Group 3 will be presenting developmentally appropriate practices that can be found in the early childhood classroom. Our group members are Leanna Campbell, Petronella Estrada, Marissa Joseph, Amanda Phillip, Kalisha Alexander, Shirley Bristow, and Yale Richardson. Our introduction will be done by Amanda.
Developmentally appropriate practice is an approach to pedagogy that is grounded in the research on how young children develop and learn. Developmentally appropriate practice encourages practitioners to scaffold and guide students in the learning process, taking them from the developmental level to where they need to be. By interacting socially with the students and encouraging developmentally appropriate practices, these can foster good teacher-student relationships or as well as teacher-parent relationships. It is mandatory to educate all stakeholders on what is developmentally appropriate and inappropriate in the learning environment. Hence, this presentation is created in an effort to empower the junior staff so that they will be able to identify what is developmentally appropriate practice and assist in appropriate, and as such, inappropriate practices will cease. Marisa will go to the rationale.
The main aim of this kit is to provide information on how early childhood practitioners can develop and foster positive relationships among all stakeholders through the use of developmentally appropriate practice. However, we choose this standard because we believe that it's paramount important that childhood practitioners develop an awareness of what is developmental appropriate and inappropriate within the learning environment and how the inappropriate practice can hinder good relationship among stakeholders. Inappropriate practice were done by Yael.
Inappropriate practices. Examples of inappropriate practices. Not paying attention to children's abilities, interests, and developmental progress. Finding other interests elsewhere instead of observing the children's interaction during physical play. Not taking the time out to learn about the values, expectations, and factors that shapes a child's life at home and the community. Implementing that all children in class must engage in the same activity at the same time. Having children sitting for long periods of time. And corporal punishment.
This is the beginning of our skit. During recess, Miss Nelson noticed that Charlie once again had no snacks and was seen begging another child for some food.
Stop being so greedy, Charlie. Give him back.
You mean say that again? The teacher spanks Charlie on his hand.
But I don't have any.
It's so disgusting to see small children like you begging. Are you a vagrant, Charlie? Please tell your mother to provide you with snacks.
But my mommy says she doesn't have any money for snacks.
The teacher displayed a few inappropriate practices whereby she created a community that was not caring for Charlie. Charlie was not provided with a secure relationship which can hinder his social development. This type of environment and practice are not suited for an early childhood setting. Let's see what inspired from such a practice.
Miss Nelson, can I speak to you for a few minutes? Charlie, come here.
Yes, please, Mommy.
What is this about?
I have been told by my son that you have inflicted corporal punishment on him and called him a vagrant, all because he did not have snacks during the recess time. I am startled and would like to know whether this complaint is true or false.
Well, yes, it's true, but I
cannot believe that you have punished my child for a simple thing like that.
Charlie has to learn to be contented with what he has and has not, and not bother the other children. That's unacceptable.
But
If you saw that Charlie had no snack, I believe that the right thing you should have done was to call me.
Okay, I understand. But you could have called me to inform me also. Charlie cannot be disturbing other children during break time. Is it your responsibility to provide a snack for your child?
Look, at present, I am financially unstable. I do not have a job, therefore, I can only provide him with lunch. I suppose if you were in close contact with me, you would have been aware of my situation. I will strongly suggest that you teach the children about accepting each other despite their socio-economic background.
This information should have been forthcoming from you, ma'am. It's also your responsibility to keep in contact with your school on matters concerning your child.
Imagine my child came home yesterday crying, saying the children teased him. He didn't want to come back to school. You have hurt my son's feelings. You do not even know what my situation is, and here you are calling my child a vagrant, eh?
I didn't call him a vagrant. I asked him if he was a vagrant. There's a distinct difference. Like you can't even tell the difference between a question and a statement.
Why didn't you teach him the dangers of begging instead of belittling my child by calling him a vagrant? Well, this vagrant and his mother would find another school. Charlie's mother grabbed his hand and rushed out of the classroom angrily, shouting, "This foolish woman thinks she's better than me because she has a job. Well, I will show her that my Charlie can find another school and be comfortable." Here are some developmentally appropriate practices that should have been applied to your class to help avoid situations like this. You could be nurturing. Communicate with the children in the classroom. Be an emotional model. Encourage the child. Use your power as classroom leader for the benefit of the children. And most of all, be proactive. Let's look at what would have happened if the teacher had practiced developmentally practices in the beginning. Teacher collects snacks from children and places them on the snack table. Teacher sees Charlie begging another child to share their snack with him.
Charlie, I'm not seeing a snack here for you. Did you forget your snack at home this morning?
My mommy says she didn't have any money for snack.
Oh, I will share my snack with you. It is not nice to beg other children for their snack. So the next time you don't have a snack, please let me or other teachers know so that we can help you.
Thank you, teacher. I will do so the next time.
That afternoon, when Charlie's mom came to pick him up from school.
Hey, mommy, guess what?
What happened, son? How was school today?
Well, the teacher shared her snack with me today, and she shared with me a big lunch, so I guess today was good.
That's good, son. Did you eat all?
Yes, I did. And she also said that you can inform her when you don't have any money to buy my snacks, so that she can prepare something for me on time.
Thanks, son. I should have done that. It's a good practice. The next day. In fact, here are a few developmentally appropriate activities the teacher can use to foster a good relationship standard in the classroom.
Activities for 3 to 5-year-olds could be conversations and activities that create a warm and caring environment in the classroom, play by role-playing that enforces good behavior, play by pretend play that enforces good communication, learning and practicing good habits through play, and the teacher can encourage these activities by having a reward system or giving oral praises.
In concluding, it can be inferred that developmentally appropriate practices
is of pivotal importance to the early childhood development as it aids in propelling a positive relationship among teachers, students, and parents, thus creating a channel of communication with parents and teachers on an ongoing basis to learn about children's individual needs and to foster a healthy relationship between home and school. Additionally, whatever inappropriate practice we do in the learning environment can have negative influence on a child's social and emotional development. According to McLeod, 2016, educators should be encouraged to implement evidence-based interventions and practices to address the social, emotional, and behavioral needs of young children. SWIM 2015 states that early experiences have both cumulative and delayed effects on individual children's development, bearing in mind that relationships are important in encouraging a child to communicate effectively, noting that children develop and learn in the context of a community where they are safe and valued, their physical needs are met, and they feel psychologically secure.
This is the end of our presentation.